What's going on to all my Geminis? I already did this video. You have the Nine of Swords, the Six of Swords, okay? The Ace of Cups, the Seven of Swords, the Tower, right? The Six of Cups, the Hermit, the Three of Swords, the Hanged Man, and the World. So what I'm seeing here for you Geminis, right? Uh the what I'm seeing here for you Geminis is I'm seeing how a lot of you Geminis, the Nine of Swords is about being tired of a merry-go-round situation. The Six of Swords is that there needs to be some sort of action being implemented. So the Ace of Cups, right? The Ace of Cups represents this being a situation for you where uh the Ace of Cups is about like you putting your foot forward, right? You putting your best foot forward. But the Seven of Swords in the Tower represents this being a situation for you where the Seven of Swords and the Tower is more about how you feel about the situation. You want to be able to get something off of your chest, or you may have gotten something off of your chest with this person that essentially it was either as you were walking out the door or um, that started it in the first place. Because you Geminis may have said something that was candid, that was true about a situation, and that, this situation between you and this person that you were trying to make this relationship work, and they obviously didn't like what it is that you had to say, and that's what ended the relationship in the first place. The Six of Cups and the Hermit represents this being a situation where um, a lot of you, right, the Three of Swords, this person pretty much they have a lot of issues going on, but they're still trying to come back to you. Six of Cups, they're still trying to come back to you, talking about how it is that they have learned their lesson and all this other stuff. Listen, what I suggest for you Geminis is the same thing that I suggest for all the other zodiac signs. I really don't suggest that you go back, because the truth is there's a lot of goofy people out here. There's a I'm really trying to hold back my words. There's a lot of people who are really too far gone to really do anything with Gemini. And there's some people out here who feel good about themselves. Feel really good. Like they done got their hair did and all this other type of stuff. They feel good about looking goofy, about telling somebody what they're not going to do, and doing all types of things that make them look dysfunctional to somebody that has decency, such as yourselves. And this is why it is that I say that when it comes to dating, you have to be able to know what's the differences between when someone is real. Forget about like you or don't like you. Because when someone is real and they don't really have a track record of being fake, 9 chances out of 10, if they let you know that they like you know that you can be secure because they're going to practice what it is that they preach. And that's what it is that you Gemini should be focused on. You Gemini should be focused on differentiating or making a distinction between the real people and the people who are out here faking it. Because a lot of people are really goofy. A lot of people get off on this, scapegoating you, not in particular you, but I mean scapegoating people that they happen to come into contact with, and getting off on the idea of, or I should say, to be more accurate, feeling good about themselves thinking that they feel good about, like I said, looking like a plain goofy. The idea that they put themselves out there as being so wholesome, when in actuality, when no one is really looking, you see the games that they play. But out in public, and see, out in public is where, for the most part, I'm not saying all, and even that's kind of going away now. But out in public used to be a place, or I should say a space, right? An open space where people used to be on their best behavior, because a person's appearance value would be low. People can see you acting a fool out in public, and people will go ahead and dub you immediately, and they'll be like, "Yeah, I'm not hanging out with this person." But unfortunately, that's kind of going by the wayside too. So the hanged man and the world represents. So what's next? What's next is not allowing people to scapegoat you, right? Not allow people, those same goofy individuals that you may meet, that more than likely you will meet in the future, to scapegoat you. And understand that, again, I really want I really want you Geminis to understand there are a lot of really goofy people out here. Let me give you an example. Goofy from the perspective of, a person will tell you that they'll like you, but at the same time, right? At the same time, they hanging out with you, but you're supposedly at the bottom of their shoe. But then they're wasting their time hanging out with you, making a complete clown of themselves in one way, right? While expecting to be taken seriously. Yeah, they want to be taken seriously. They want all this amount of respect, right, Gemini? Well, at the same time, the words and their actions are inconsistent. According to them, their time has all this value attached to it. So why are you even taking 1 second out of the day to even come down off of your high horse to even begin to talk to you, Gemini? Isn't that a waste of time too? Wouldn't that be a waste of time for that person to do that too, since their time is so important, since they feel so good about themselves? Curving people. Oh, I have such pride and confidence, such pride and confidence. Now I can brush my shoulders off now, feeling good that I done told somebody that has value that they're trash. I feel good about myself now. I can delude myself further. And yeah, I'm cooking them because they have to be cooked. They have to be clowned. Yeah, I'm cooking them a little bit, not too much, but yeah, I'm cooking them because the ideology is too dysfunctional, and this is the vast majority of the people that's out here. These people think that they're doing something, no matter how delusional they are. They're dumb. They're dumb. And the world represents, please understand, Gemini, that you do have way better options. Like I said, like I told Aquarius, maybe you may have better options if you were to leave your area, because sometimes it doesn't have anything to do with you being dysfunctional in that regard, or being too dysfunctional. Sometimes it may be the area that you got. Maybe it may be the area that you're into. Like I said, I live in New York, right? I live in New York City. And the women in New York, I'm not saying every last one, but a lot of the women in New York, no comment. Can't get along with them, because there's always an issue with a lot of them. Always an issue. And when I say New York, I mean New York, the entirety. It's a lot of issues. It's a lot of game playing. It's a lot of wasting time. It's a lot of people who believe that they have all this value when they really don't. When all it is that they had to do, because they had so much value, is just tell you that they're not interested. But yet again, they come off that high horse to hang out with you for a certain time so that they can curve you later. Whatever. So let's clarify some cards. Oh, by the way, if you found value within this reading, then it means it's time for you to come get a personal reading from me. There's a link in the comment section called the link tree. Click on it. It'll direct you to a website in which my My social media outlets and ways you can support me are there, whether it's my books on Amazon, my Instagram page, my Yahoo account, which you can email me just in case if you need help with paying me at my website. My website, right? It'll say private tarot readings from there, where you can kind of check out the rates of how I do things, right? How my services work. And my Teespring store, which is clothing from my Teespring store, which is pretty much clothing. So with the whole clothing thing, there's pants, shirts, hoodies, coffee mugs on there. Thank you. Appreciate it. Come on through. I am available to do readings today. So let's clarify some cards. I just had somebody waste my time, and then people want to wonder why it is that I don't date. That's why. Because people ain't ready for it, but they feel good about themselves. Okay, Goofy, how do you feel? Oh, right? How do you feel good about yourself knowing that you curved someone that cared about you? I thought, I bet you feel real good about yourself. Oh, like you just drunk a glass of water. Oh, you feel good. I hope they feel good about themselves. Looking goofy as who knows what. And it's the same situation for you that you Geminis got to understand. Part of it too is the location. Part of it is the goofiness. Part of it is the goofiness level that your location has. A lot of people in New York here goofy. A lot of people where it is that a lot of y'all from are going to probably be goofy too. All over the place, dysfunctional. Maybe it's within your best interest to go somewhere. Travel. Because a lot of these individuals, too many people fake flossing. Anyway, let's clarify the tower. I really want to say more. I'm really fighting to not say more, but you have the Hierophant, the Star, then you have the Seven of Pentacles and the Judgment. The Hierophant, to clarify the tower, you have the Hierophant, the Star. Listen to your own instincts about the type of situations that you go through, the future situations that you go through. You Geminis know that these people are goofy. You'll know. You'll know that they're goofy, right? The Seven of Pentacles, the Judgment, this being a situation for you where you need to understand too that what you've got going on, the Seven of Pentacles, and some people will never stop being delusional and dysfunctional. But the Judgment represents how, but you don't have time to interact and try to get people to understand that you really are for real. They're too far gone. So you Geminis have to move forward with your life and what you've got going on. Let's clarify the Six of Cups. One of the ways that you can tell somebody is a coward and you can tell somebody is really goofy is if they talk all types of stuff to you through text messages, but then at the same time, when you call them or whatnot, to talk to them or whatnot, you ain't even going to be upset. But you call them to listen, to hear if they have that level of coldness in their voice. Now all of a sudden they ain't picking up the phone. That's a coward. That's how you know, my dear Geminis, when someone, that's one of the ways on how you know someone is playing games with you and they real goofy because they're a telephone toughie. They're a telephone toughie now, huh? They gangster over the phone, but especially when it comes to texting. But when it comes to you getting them on the phone and listening to what it is that they have to say, they don't want that. Nope, they don't even want that kind of smoke. But they gangster through them Twitter thumbs though. They real gangster with those Twitter thumbs. They keyboard warriors. They can cook you. They can cook you with a mean keyboard. I don't. So to clarify the Six of Cups, you have the Two of Cups, the Seven of Wands, the Seven of Cups, and the World, which represents how a lot of you Geminis happen to be in a situation right now where for you, with this Six of Cups, the person is going to come back in, try to make it seem as if they've changed. You Geminis already know that Goofy people don't really change. They're going to forever be stuck like this because they too messed up to actually have some sort of real decency and a sense of self-worth because they goofy. They goofy. And what do I mean when I say they're goofy? They're dysfunctional. They're unworthy of your they're unworthy of your love. They're too caught up with the delusions that they end up telling themselves because they're trying to play it off as if you need to come back to them. So then why did you Geminis get the Six of Cups, which is them coming back to you? You Geminis got the Six of Cups because with all of that trash that they talk, they can't seem to actually get their story together. Do they dislike you or do they not? They can't seem to be able to pick a side, but they gangster though, right? This is some New York slang for y'all. They gangster, they're hardcore, right? They're hard, right? They know what they're doing. They're like, I'm a dog. They have a whole lot of follow through when it comes to that. But now all of a sudden, now that you Gemini's left them alone, they don't have that same level of follow through. Now it's you Gemini's ain't gonna come back. I thought you Gemini's was gone because they goofy. All these games that they played, all this time that they wasted, they didn't just waste your time. They consequently wasted their own time that they're never going to be able to get back because they goofy. So what are they going to do now? Let me tell you something, Geminis. People who act like that, they're going to be alone for a very long time, even though they want somebody. And those types of people, they end up burning bridges. So when people don't trust them, they're going to really try to play like they don't understand why, because they're goofy. That's part of the delusion. Why don't people trust me? Even though I'm not really trustworthy, and if you give me a chance, I'm gonna do and say things that's gonna be super disrespectful and is gonna put you down and is gonna sabotage you. But I don't understand why it is that you don't want me. So that's pretty much it. Comment on the video, like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, share the video. Really appreciate all of the zodiac signs. All of y'all equally for really being here. Smash that subscribe button, smash that like button, hit the notification bell, set the notification bell to all so you can be notified whenever I drop these videos. I'm just having fun, getting some steam off my chest.